Welcome to Secure the Soft Life. I'm Dr. Raquel Tolson, and I am so happy to be with you all today. Let me just get right into it. Let's talk about paycheck. Let's talk about paychecks because, sometimes living a soft life, if you are like me and you decide to quit your job and start your full time business, that paycheck thing is woo, y'all. But how many know that a paycheck is not your security? I'm learning that. I had to get in the mindset, okay, Raquel, it's not about a paycheck. It's not about a paycheck. And so I was able to quit the job. But then after quitting the job, it was like, oh, I need my paycheck. I ain't getting no paycheck yet. Oh, y'all. God had God has got to continue to work. Y'all pray for me. God needs to work on me, but I need y'all to pray with me that I will unlearn this whole thing that I need a paycheck to be secure. That is why it was so hard for me to, to let go of my job as a pharmacist because that was a good paycheck. Y'all know pharmacists, they make decent money. I'm not gonna say they make great money. It was great money when I graduated from college. It was great money. But now it seems like I'm only making a few dollars more than what I made when I graduated from college. So I'm like, what happened? Pharmacists, did we lose our value in society? Because our money ain't going up. Anyway, but that's neither here or there. That's none of my business no more. That's not my business no more. But I will say I had a belief that I had to have a 9 to 5. I needed a paycheck coming in from a corporation for me to be sustained. And God was like, what? No, baby, that is not how you sustain. That is just one avenue that I sent money to you. But I'm the one that sent the money to you. That's just the kind of conversation that me and God had. So we're going to talk about the challenging, let's challenge the belief that a job is the only way to feel secure. Y'all, it's going to get good. It's going to get good. I promise we gonna do some things today. Hopefully we can change some mindsets. And I'm not just talking about for y'all. I'm talking about for me too, okay? Because let me just tell y'all the story. I guess it's not a story though for real. It's just a testimony or it's a confession probably. But I quit the job in June. We're in August. And I'm like, I need a paycheck. I need a steady paycheck. Because now when I do my business, I do get paid, right? But it's not that steady paycheck every 2 weeks that I liked coming in every 2 weeks, right? It's not that. And sometimes when you have a business, you depend on people. You still depend on people to pay you, right? And so you get in the mindset like, oh, so I basically stopped depending on one paycheck to basically depending on my customers paying me or doing what they say they were going to do so I can get paid, right? Because I'm an educator and a facilitator. So I facilitate what people need and then that company pays me, well for that. So it's still a form of a paycheck. And so God had to like even just check me with that. And it's like, it's not those companies or those people that's got you. It's me. And even though he uses those people and those companies to, send money my way, but it's him. It's God who pays me basically, who makes sure I'm taken care of. So one person decided that they didn't need me to facilitate for them, so they changed their mind. So that was money gone. So I was like, whoa, I didn't want to do this. Is crazy. And I was like, I got you. So y'all know 2 days later somebody called me, hey, I'm ready to do that thing. I went, to roll over my money, and I was like, look at God. Now y'all might be thinking, oh, it's another customer, but I see it as God because I was getting frustrated and I was getting a little nervous and I was getting a little scared. And this is a person I had talked to months ago. And she called me saying, hey, I'm ready to do that thing. And I'm like, okay, God, I see you. And of course, I am grateful for the client who called. But I see it as God saying, I got you. Stop playing. You've been doing the work. You've been planting the seeds. I'm going to make the seeds grow. And even that person who said no right now, y'all, God may change their heart and they might say yes later on. All I have to do is plant the seeds, water the seeds, put them in some sunlight, and God will bring the harvest. That is the whole trusting God's timing part. God will, do the harvest. If anybody's out there that's ever planted anything, you know that it's not you that make that plant grow. You do all the things that you're supposed to do. We don't think, well, I'm not gonna do nothing and let God do. That's not what we do. That's not what we're talking about. We do all that we can do, and then we have to wait for the harvest. And while we're waiting for the harvest, we do some more, and do a little more, and do a little more. We don't just plant one seed. We plant some more. If we want a real garden, we doing a lot of planting, right? Now there are things that we can do to put some money in place to, make sure we got some emergency savings, 3 to 6 months of your expenses, emergency savings, right? We want to do that, yep. And we also want to have those 401ks that we got. We want to make sure that they're growing. We want to make sure that they're safe. We might put some of them in, one place, and some of them we gonna diversify. All of those kind of things. And we'll talk a lot more about money in the coming weeks. But right now, it's really about this paycheck mindset that we gotta get over. We have to stop believing that the paycheck is what brings us security. Mhm. Like I said, I don't believe that we just sit there and like God is just gonna drop blessings. He can. It can happen. It can happen. But because God has purposed us, there's a purpose thing that we talked about last week. God has purposed us and put in us the things that we need to sustain us. So I like to use the widow woman in Kings. I can't remember the exact. I'm gonna put it in the details though. But the widow woman, her husband died, so left her with all his debt. The debt collectors came and they wanted to take her sons because they're like, hey, you owe us his money. We gonna take your kids. She went to the man of God and was like, I need help. I need money to pay the bills. The man of God didn't say, let's pray and ask God to send us money from heaven. That's not what he did. He said, what do you have in your house? Oh, y'all, this is good. He said, what do you have in your house? And she said, I only got a little oil. He said, so now go and borrow canisters, jars, and all that from all your people. Go and as many as you can find, go borrow all the jars and vessels that you can put oil in. So her and her son went out and borrowed from all the neighbors, everybody, and here's just a little side note. The people gave to her. So she must have been doing something right. She had friendships, she had connections in the city that she lived in. That right there was a lesson for somebody. You in a new city like me, you gotta find some people, you gotta find your people, or you in your hometown and some people who burn bridges, y'all ain't friends someone, you gotta find you some new friends, you gotta find you some people who gonna get you them vessels, right? So she got the vessels. And then she took him to the man of God, and he prayed over, and he started pouring the oil that she had. All the vessels was filled, and when the last one was filled, the oil ran out. Then the man of God said, "Now go and sell that oil." And you know who she sold that oil to? She sold the oil back to the people that gave her them vessels. God is something. The same people that was helping her and gave her. They were probably giving her charity, but they was like, oh, let me give that to her. Let me help. She went back and sold it to those people and more people, I'm sure. But she probably sold it because she was in the city, in the town. She had to sell it to the people. But God will put people around you that will help you when you need help, but they will also support your business. That was a word for somebody right there. If you around a whole lot of people that ain't supporting your business in some way, shape, or form, might not be the people for you. And if you out there and you not supporting your people, you might need to rethink how you live it, because we should be supporting each other. Anyway, that's gonna be for another one too. We gonna do that support. We gonna do that another time. All right. So now, when you have true security, you know that your faith is in God as your source, just like that widow woman. Now, true security is multiple streams of income. God is not just a one-trick pony. I'm gonna give you this job and that's it. I'm gonna give you this one business and that's it. God got so much in us that we should have multiple streams of income. People will say you gotta focus on one thing. I don't think that's biblical. Now, you might have to put a lot of focus on one thing for a little while, but there are other things, and it may be from that thing, things sprout up, right? So it could be the one thing that's your tree is built on. I heard this last week at the podcast fest, and the guy said they build everything around this one talent, this one thing, and it made a lot of things. So it's like if you're a speaker or educator, if you have one product, but you could maybe do a book, you may do speaking events, you may be able to do a podcast, you may be able to do a YouTube channel, you may be able, all the things, right? You may be able to coach other people in the way that you do things. It's just so many, streams of income. That's what God is a source of streams of income, okay? I promise y'all, whatever God put inside of you, God can use that to give you multiple streams of income. And then your assets, your skills, they produce value. Whatever God put in you, I can guarantee you that somebody needs it. I'm constantly asking God to come up to me, through me, so I can be of more value to people. And when I'm of more value, I can charge. Y'all heard me. You can charge for the value that you give to people. We don't have to give everything for free. Yeah, we can volunteer and give away. But free, that's what a podcast is. It's free information. That's what a YouTube channel is. It's free information. But if people want to get more, they want to have personal contact and be able to figure out how this works for them specifically, they can pay for that. I charge for that, right? That's how we have to think. God did not tell the widow woman to go give that oil away. He said, go sell it. Go sell it. What do you have in your house that you need to be selling? Like, really. All right, so here's some biblical foundations I want to give to y'all as far as why we are going to believe that God is our source. Matthew 7:7, it says, ask and it will be given to you. That is trusting that provision comes from God, because he said, ask. I said, God, I need to be able to pay my bills. I need to have that extra money so I can go and travel. I need money to put back into my business. God, I just need enough money that I will never have to go back to work full time for somebody else. I'm asking for it. And you know what? And now I'm believing that it's going to happen, because I think some of us ask, but we don't believe. And some of us are afraid to ask because we don't believe we're worthy. That's going to be another topic too. Oh, we're going to have so many good things to talk about over this year. Okay. Philippians 4:19, it says, and my God will supply every need. Okay, so that means that every need that I have will be met by divine provision. Okay. And in Deuteronomy 8:18, it says, it is He, and He is God, who gives you power to get wealth. Yes, our ability to create wealth comes from our gift and not our jobs. Now, we may get money on our jobs, but it's because of our gifts. It's because of our talent. It's because of the things that we have nurtured in ourselves. Is us. It's the God in us. It's not the people on the outside. And if you have a job that thinks that they're your source, they are mistaken. They are mistaken. You have the source within you. God is in you. God is your source. God is in you. Your gifts will make room for you, not a job, okay? The job is just one stream. It is not the source. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the law of attraction and renewing our minds, okay? So the law of attraction says that our thoughts become things, all right? In the Bible, Romans 12:2, it says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that God also, I don't have the scripture, but it's Philippians, where it says that we should think on the things, on positive things. Like basically think on the things that you want to happen. Let's stop thinking about what we don't want. Let's think about what we want. Whenever you think fear-based thoughts, oh, I'll never make it without this job. If this person don't buy, I'm not gonna. Let's focus on God is my source. This person don't buy, the next person will. Thank God for a paycheck, but that's not my source, right? And you can't make it because of the tools, the gifts, and the talents that are inside of you. So just replace those with abundance. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. That whatever I do will succeed. God put in me everything I need to be successful. I will have everything that I need. Start telling yourself all of these things. Visualize daily of what life is supposed to look like, and start believing that life is already like that, and be grateful for the life that you desire. Be grateful for the life that you have, but also be grateful for the life that you desire. Let's always keep our focus on the thing that we want. Let's keep the focus there, but let's make sure we stay grateful for the things, because it's out of the gratitude that our heart, the abundance flows. So one of the affirmations I want you all to say, I'm open to limitless sources of income. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so some practical shifts to build your, that true security. You're going to have a faith practice. Now, if you don't believe in God, you probably, I don't know how you found me, because I'm a God believer, I'm a God lover. But if you don't believe in God, and you're a universe kind of person, it's okay. God is okay with that. But you got to pray, you got to meditate, and gratitude journaling always works. I have a gratitude journal, and you can find it on Amazon. I will put it in the details of this podcast, or on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. But it's just for a really short, just one line, and at the end of the week maybe do a long letter, but just the one line, what you're grateful for, a couple of lines, what you're grateful for. Every morning, wake up. I actually have a little, if you reach out to me, I have a little app that I created on Canva. It's so cool. But it's just like every morning you do your three, what you're grateful for, and at the end of the day, what you're grateful for. And it's just something that's just to help you, like I said, out of the gratitude, that's where abundance flows. Let mindset practice. Speak abundance. Speak abundance. Surround yourself with possibility-minded people. Don't surround yourself by people who it can't happen, it's woe is me. Surround yourself with people who are possibility minded. Believe it's possible. All things are possible. Yes, all things are possible. Now, I encourage you to write down what you currently believe is that provides you security. Write it down, look at it, and then start aligning yourself that God is your source. Start looking at how, even if it's, say, a job, what God has invested in you that makes you do that job well, that you can get that money. Reshift it. It's about you. It's about you. You and the God in you. I promise you. That is why you're successful. That's why you're going to be successful. That's why you're going to stay successful. And that's how your kids and your kids' kids are going to be successful, because you're going to teach them this mindset. So that's all I got for you. That's all I got for you this week. Next week, we're going to talk about something else. All right. I am enjoying this. If you are enjoying this, please reach out to me and let me know. Leave a message, leave a note. Let me know what else you want to talk about. Reach out to me and let me know what you think. Until next week, guys.